This is Mike Farley. We're in Dallas, Texas tonight, and we have an awesome hillside pool to look at here. So the fun of projects like this is when people say, oh, we've been told by everybody we can't have a pool in our backyard. Can you figure one out? And you were able to achieve it, then it's really fun. So this deck was the only thing basically that stayed in the backyard. So the deck and the arbor, and then we'll walk this way, and you can get a glimpse of the pool over here as we transition down the hillside. We had about 20 feet of fall to deal with in this backyard. And actually it slopes from one side of the backyard, higher side, down to the even lower side. There's a drainage easement on the back of the property, so we were only allowed to go so far back into the yard to maximize space. And they said, we want a big diving pool, and we have to save a couple of trees here, which for our hammock, which is a very important thing to have if you want to really kick back and relax. So you come over here, the trees did remain, and the hammock did remain in place. And so we started our project right after that, based on how far we could build the walls in proximity to the trees without causing the trees any harm. So the elevation of the trees couldn't change at all, and so that was kind of our fixed point that we had to go from there. So the little existing patio, which was existing, that would be the existing patio part, I guess, off the master bedroom. And then they incorporated stepping stones down to the walls that we built here. So as we started with this yard before, there were 3 terraces with railroad ties. In fact, we'll put a before picture maybe at the very end of the video so you can get an idea what this looked like. It's tremendously different. So we came down to the first level that we came down to here was kind of an observation deck. One thing that we wanted to do from a safety standpoint, we didn't want to add a handrail, but we came in with the large pots here so kids aren't tempted to dive off this part of the deck, since this isn't the diving into the pool. Nestled down right below the trees, we came in with the spa, which has a very long spillway on it. We'll go look at the spa in a second, because there's really cool drink holders built into the spa wall that you got to see. But we'll go down to the shallow end first so you can kind of see the water features. We came in with new walls here, and then stepping down, another small landing, catch our breath as we go down the stairs. We wanted to incorporate lots of places for plants, so there's pockets in numerous places all around the pool. And we only really had one place to put the pool equipment in the backyard, which is located there. Shrubbery is planted to screen that long term. They didn't want to build a fence or anything like that. They wanted more of a softer look. So we come down here to the main terrace by the pool. We have a large standing lake to get into the pool here. We can hang out in this area, big steps wrapping around it. And then we have the shallow end and the glide path to the diving well. Incorporated with the walls, which are 5 and 6 feet high here on the edge of the pool, we do have a finger ledge from a safety standpoint. We've got a bench tucked back in the corner, and then we have the water wall with the water cascading down, coming out of both the spa and the walls. And actually we're going to turn those off for the rest of the video so it's easier to hear things. So be right back. So then, to create more functional space, there's a terrace here which is down 24 inches below the pool, so we can actually sit on the edge of the pool if we want right here. We've also got room for a table, lots of green and growies in this area. We incorporated some boulder slabs as retaining and also for seating purposes. And then we step down even more to the existing grade. So we're going to step down from the 2 foot below the deck. Now we're 5 feet below the deck to the existing grade in the yard. But the challenge is that continues to slope as we went out. So we've got a really big drop beam in this back area, so we built a little wall so the diving was safe, so you couldn't fall off that diving patio. And then we built a terrace down below to help transition the height from the 6-foot high drop beam down to the grade as it continues to slope into the corner. So lots of elevation change, lots of walls. We'll go over to the spa side here, take a look at some of the details over there as well. We've got a nice oversized spa. Part of the advantage with that is we can use it to splash around and play in with the kids during the winter time. So it's kind of like the winter swimming pool. Also, we've got a nice view here that overlooks the whole yard. We can see the water features coming down out of the water wall. Now, one thing is, it would have been really cool if we could have tapered that wall, but if we had tapered the wall and racked it back, there would have been less patio area, and it was thought better to have more of a straight drop down with the wall versus racking it back and have a smaller patio area. Here we have the built-in cup holders. I don't know if you can see them. There's spots for 3 drinks. So we have spots that can have our favorite beverage as well as soaking in the hot tub. And then from this level, we transition down to the diving platform. Here we've got the diving board, has great flex in it. So I'm going to dive in and cool off, have a great observation over the whole thing. You got to be careful when you take a big rock like this and set it in place. The mason tipped the first one a little too far and it died in the bottom of the pool, so we had to get another one. But this one's an awesome rock. Gives us a nice cantilever over the pool so we can jump in. We've got a really good glide path and lots of area for cannonballs down here. So one thing we had to do also, because access was so tight on both sides, is we had to access this piece of property behind to get the equipment into the backyard. And there wasn't a whole lot of area to work because we were building everywhere. So we had to stage a lot of the things on their driveway out front. So this is Mike Farley. We're in Dallas, Texas, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.